sometimes we communicate the counts like by beeping, we call it, which like I'm gonna try to do it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear, but it's like I'm actually at the very, very front, the girl that's like looking back at the team. Because what happens is we dive in, our music hasn't started yet. Like we have, first of all, we have 30 seconds from when we start walking up the stage to when the music starts. So you have to be a little bit aware of like how much time you're spending getting into the pool, but it has to be a show from the start. So we just dove in. Now I'm looking behind for the team and I'm going to start, like, I'm going to like start like banging or tapping like this. And in my, okay, this is like another just fun fact about synchro. Like sometimes we communicate the counts like by beeping, we call it, which like I'm going to try to do it. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear, but it's like, like this noise underwater. So like we dive in, I'm looking, and then I'm gonna cue the team like, okay, ready, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, and we surface, and then we like do our finish our choreography, and then we all pause and wait for the music to start.
Once the music starts, is it all based around the music, or are you still kind of making noises
No,
and
it's
gesturing?
no. Like we only do the noises if like we don't have the music and then we're training and we go underwater, someone's counting the beat underwater just so we can still practice if we don't have music or if we want to just try something. Like in competition, you don't always have the music. There's lots of countries. But when the music comes on, you're listening to the music, you're counting the music, but like you can still somebody like sometimes you're still gonna bang or tap something if you need to, if the part of the music is hard to count, sometimes somebody will give like a like it's here sort of thing. Like there's still communication going, and even when we're swimming we talk to each other sometimes, maybe not in the actual competition swims, but every day in practice there's always someone like, all right, let's go, like, oh, reminder, like smile here, okay, not smile here, but think about this count, squeeze the pattern, like somebody shouting out something just to keep the communication so we can have like our best swim.
Is this as hard as it looks? Because every time I see it on TV, I'm like, wow, that looks hard.
No, it's definitely way harder than it looks. Something that we, aim to do is to have that performance, the making it look easy. Oh, we're just lightly treading water and going upside down, doing things with our arms. It looks very like anyone could do it. But in real life, there's so much going on underwater. Like with each part of our body, we're upside down. We hold ourselves through sculling, so with our hands, with our hand movements. So we have things going on with our arms while we're upside down, doing things with our legs. We're counting, we're looking around, adjusting to each other, listening to the music. And it is a sport, so it is quite difficult.
At the end of a routine, are you just dying?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, throughout the whole routine, and then the second you finish, you're gasping for air, you're trying to keep your calm sort of thing while you swim off, like, but you feel it everywhere in your body. Like, there's been many times where you think like, oh my goodness, am I gonna pass out here? No, like you're not, but it's kind of that, it's always in your brain.